Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is AJ, and in today's video we are going to talk about budget. So when you hear the term budget, what do you understand by that term? What does it mean to you? So when someone says budget, when someone tells you to budget, it's actually the way for you to plan how you're going to spend your money. You know, you might be earning a really good amount of income, but at some point you'll find that income just goes on multiple sections of your expenses, and at the end of the day you actually don't understand how you spend that money. So with the budget, it's actually going to help you to have a clear picture. You know, it's going to give you a clear path that your money follows, so that can help you further when it comes to planning on how you're going to pay your bills, how you can save for the future, how you can plan several things on the amount of income that you have. So that's actually what budget is all about. So there's so many things to talk about, but in this video let's just break down some of the reasons why budget is really important and why you need it for you to be on the next level when it comes to personal finance and making your move to be a responsible individual. As I told you earlier, that budget is really important, and the first reason why you need budget is that it actually helps you manage your bills. When you earn a little amount of income, it doesn't matter whether it's 50 bucks or $100. Actually, when you budget, you're going to know how to manage your bill. Managing your money is all about the money that comes in and the money that goes out. So with the budget, a clear planned budget, it's actually going to help you keep a really concise record of what is going on. You know, how much money you get and how much money you put out to your expenses or other things that you actually want to take care of. That's the first thing. The other thing is that it actually helps you prevents you from making really poor decisions, like overspending on things that you actually don't want. You want to buy something, actually going to sit down and plan the amount of money and write down the amount of money that you're going to use on such a thing. Let me say it's a bag, or maybe it's a smartphone. You're going to write it down. So the moment you're going ahead to make a decision to purchase that thing, it's going to prevent you from making a really poor decision of actually buying something that is overpriced, or maybe it's not on the price that you really wanted. So with the clear budget, you have in mind how you're going to spend your money. You actually know how much money is going to shopping, how much money is going to rent, how much money you're going to spend on your vacation, how much money you're going to spend on your family. That's a really an important thing. That's with the budget. It's actually really helpful when actually you have so many things to take care of, and with the clear written budget down, it's going to be easier for you to formulate the amount of money that goes to every section of your expenses. Another reason why you need a budget, to build up your emergency fund. When you have received your salary, the first thing you have to do, you have to break down every bit of penny from your money and figure out how you're going to spend it, and figure out the expenses that you have to take care of. And during this process, it will be very hard for you to forget to build your emergency fund, because as a matter of fact, if you're really smart and you don't want to go broke in a few years from now, you'll always have in mind to put aside a little bit amount of money that is going to go to your emergency fund. You never know when you're going to be fired. You never know when you're going to need it. You never know, maybe there's a financial emergency that will hit you so hard to a point that you'll have to go back to your bank accounts and ransack everything from your account. So with a budget, it's actually going to be really easy for you to make sure that this emergency fund every month goes in where it's supposed to go. And that's another really important aspect of why you need a budget. So another reason why you need a budget to actually save for a long term. If you have a long-term goal, you actually need a budget. It's going to be super hard for you to put aside a stash of cash that you're going to put on your long-term goal, like maybe buying a house somewhere, in maybe going for that really big vacation that you really wanted to go, or maybe save up for your retirement. With the budget, it's actually going to be easier for you to allocate every amount of money that you need to maybe to your saving account, to your retirement, or maybe for that big house you wanted to buy somewhere, or that fancy car that you wanted to buy, which might be a really poor decision, especially if you're struggling financially. I've talked about budgeting. We have said that it's really important, and I've shared with you so many reasons why it's really important to have a budget. But there's one thing you don't know about. So how do we go about this budgeting thing? Okay, the first thing, if you want to start to budget, the first thing that you have to do, track your expenses. Sit down, write down everything that you usually spend your money on. If it's rent, if it's food, if it's electricity, if it's water, everything that you usually spend your money on, make sure you just write it down, everything. The moment you just write down everything and you put aside the amount of money that you earn in a month, it's going to be really easier for you to budget on the things that you really need. Okay, and you might ask me, AJ, how are we going to go about budgeting, especially if we have so many things that we want to buy, we have so many things that we want to take care of when it comes to our normal lifestyle that we want to balance. Especially, we are working so hard so that we have a really good life out of the income that we get, so that we have fun, so that we help our families, so that we will be at a stage that is going to be really amazing in a few years to come. We also want to build businesses. We want to buy our forever home. There's so much we want to do with the amount of money that we earn. So how do we go about that? In the previous video, I talked about a unique angle when it comes to budgeting. So here, that's the trick that comes in. So you have to prioritize your needs over wants. So there's a formula that most of people use, this formula, 50-30-20 formula of budgeting that you have to do. So this means that you allocate 50% of your income directly to your needs, and you allocate 30% of your income directly to your wants, and 30% directly to your saving, or to paying off your debt, or something that you are really saving up for a really long time, so that in a few years you are going to achieve it. In the future, I'm going to be talking more about that 50-30 and 50-30 and 20% rule. So we are saying that 50% to your needs because it's a biggest part of where your income is going to go. That goes to your basic needs: food, shelter, your clothing. But 50% of your income should go to that area. You're working so hard so that you have a good life, so that you live your life but not survive, not just live with constraints, and that's why you take 30% of the income, you take it to your wants, those non-essential things that are really not that important, but you also need them for you to be comfortable. 20% goes directly to your saving. That's the whole idea of 50-30 and 20%. This one might work for some people, and it also might not work for some people. So it actually depends on your take, what you are aiming for as a person when it comes to your financial status, when it comes to the freedom that you're seeking. It's actually depend on different people. So different people are going to this method is not going to work on everyone. So you have to sit down and find out which method works for you before you start sitting down. So to summarize, you need to track down your expenses. Every bit of dollar that you use, every bit of shilling that you use on everything, especially your needs, your wants, and the amount of money that you actually save for the thing that you want to buy, or maybe for the vacation that you want to go to. Just write down every amount of money that you're going to use on every single sections of your expenses, and that's how you get started. Anyway guys, I've been talking too much, and I hope I have shared a really valuable insight to you guys. So if you like the video, just don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share the video, and keep on coming back for more videos, because this channel is all about empowering you as an individual to make a move from one step to another when it comes to chasing your freedom and making sure that you're financially smart and leveling up on the part that is going to make you really a beast when it comes to your financial freedom. See you guys in the next one. Peace.